commentator, actually. Yo, what's up, Raptor?
What's up, guys? Raptor here. Hey.
And we have Faceroll versus Franz.
Yeah.
Which is going to be a pretty interesting matchup considering that Franz just beat Squid, and Doc isn't actually that bad against Sheik, as far as I know. I think Doc can chain grab Sheik.
I'm not sure. I know that these two actually played a couple times a few weeks back.
Okay.
Faceroll was able to take both sets, but it wasn't like super dominant. Like Franz definitely kept it close. And especially
yeah. Oh, that was a bad cape.
Yeah, coming right off his win against Squid here in winter semis.
He's definitely got momentum, right?
For sure.
Yeah. He's looking pretty nice already. Other than that random bad cape that ended his first stop.
Yeah.
That was a great fair. I don't know how he got that. But you gotta kind of telepath those.
Yeah, for sure. Especially with a character like Doc, like a lot of his game plan comes down to like catching the opponent as they come in on you.
Yeah,
with, like,
Doc's great at that.
Yeah, you can kind of like make them feel like they have to come in by playing around with pills and cape and stuff.
Yeah, but that's when like you've got them kind of.
Yeah, and then if you do get them to come in, then you can kind of punish it pretty hard.
Actually, I played Doc in a tournament recently. Camping is really good.
Yeah, Doc really doesn't like to approach if you can help it.
And you don't need to, because you kind of have pills. Although it's always good to when your opponent's not expecting it.
Right.
You know what you're doing. But yeah, looks like it's mostly this matchup. It's going to be pills versus needles, actually.
Yeah.
And
so
honestly,
far,
I don't know where Franz has gone wrong. It looks pretty even in neutral.
Yeah, Faceroll's just been able. I think part of the big challenge here for Franz is going to be, you know, Faceroll just gets to hit so hard in this matchup, right? Like, that was a really nice to go pretty far down there to get that back air and get the kill.
But what does Faceroll really have other than like?
Well, I think the big thing is that he gets a lot out of each grab, and you can see, especially once he gets out of crouch cancel %, the Doc's kind of right at that weight where the tilts kind of lead into stuff really cleanly. And I mean, that's true for a lot of characters like Sheik, but...
Yeah, Sheik's combo game on every front.
Yeah. But Faceroll seems to be really taking advantage of it here. He's not, like, really... I don't know, he's being very efficient with his openings, you know? He gets one hit, one grab, and all of a sudden Franz is at, like, super high percent at risk of an edge guard.
And his follow-ups and his follow-up spacing are always usually allowing him to get the right... like to win the situation. I noticed when it comes to platforms, he'll just like he'll already be there on the platform to like grab you, hit you, or she'll drop against you and then punish you. Yeah. And Franz is probably aware of this, but so far it's been harder for him to win on these inter-platform exchanges.
Yeah. Now, one of the things we saw in the set against Squid is Franz made it really, really hard for Squid to edgeguard and did a great job of edgeguarding himself, and he kind of garnered some advantage off of that.
That was, yeah, I think that was totally what made the set. And, yeah, ultimately being the way it did.
And I think one of the things that we're seeing so far in this set is it's kind of the opposite. Faceroll doing a great job of sandwich
guarding, yeah, and then Franz can't really get his own edge guards too well.
Exactly, and I think that. Okay, here we go. This is a good start.
Like Doc can do it. I don't know what he has to do. Yeah, that's kind of hard to deal with. Like Sheik's own up B.
Yeah, you know, a lot of characters can kind of just sit on the ledge.
Like,
and,
it's always like a matter of when you go off.
Right.
There's always a right time to like force him to go on stage and then have enough frame advantage to punish, which he just had, but just wasn't able to properly capitalize off of.
Right, and especially with a slower character like Doc, it's a little trickier, right? Because it takes you longer to get to all the places that you need to cover.
So you need to time it that much more perfectly. Yeah, that's like a thing with Pikachu too. You have to time a lot of punishes super perfectly in order to actually get them, and players who play more high tiers kind of take this for granted and don't even have the time. We're talking like 2-frame windows versus like 5-frame windows, which is like a huge difference.
Right, right.
And yeah, if you're a low tier player, just keep that in mind. You just might have to be that much more on point with the timings. Yeah,
Okay, so
nice platform follow-ups. That was like a up air, mistech, down smash.
yeah, and he gets the kill. We saw Franz really enjoying Yoshi's story in the set against Squid as well. It seems like, you know, the way that Doc hits hard.
And like fair is like that. Oh my god, that was crazy. Everything about that.
Back up so many times over and over. And once again, we see Franz a bit of a stock lead, you know, so Faceroll's got to clean this up and get percent back.
Looks like Franz doesn't really care though. He's not afraid.
Yeah, he's
you can tell that. Just look at his face.
and I think that was one of the things that he did really well in the last set, again, was, you know, when he got a slight lead, he really pushed the issue and created larger leads for himself, rather than trying to draw, Franz, rather than trying to draw it out.
Wait, last match he had a lead?
Against Squid.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Like when he got like that turn, right? Like
he got like a bunch of pills. He always, like his first option is to pill wall you out, and then if you can't get around that, you're just gonna get pill walled, and then if you can actually present answers to that, then he'll be trying to read your first follow up. Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, for sure.
But it looks like,
and yeah, on Yoshi's that up.
He's like, shoot, sorry. Yeah, it's hard to like talk and pay attention consistently. I noticed.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool.
So far, I think it's kind of the same story as last game. You already talked about it, where Franz is doing a good job of like keeping things close, and like he's winning a lot of interactions, but Faceroll's just doing such a good job of capitalizing. That was pretty insane. And again,
his punishes are just like a tiny bit harder, not too much, but like enough so that
and this time
he's able to pull it back with not too much trouble. Oh no!
He's at high percent. Yeah. He lost his double jump there somehow with the stage spike, and that's going to take it. I think, again, in the second game, just like in the first game, it really comes down to the fact that Faceroll is really completing a few more edge guards and getting back a couple more times.
Yeah, definitely.
That's looking really, really hard for Franz. He's got to find a way to complete his edge guards and
the question is like
Faceroll up.
Yeah. The question is, I think, like what aerials do you want to throw out against Sheik when she goes out to edge guard you? And you might have to know her aerial in advance to be able to beat that.
Franz gets out of that one, and he gets a little combo off of it. Faceroll.
Those uppers were... Oops, Faceroll, what was that?
All right, so we're going to get to see Franz playing from advantage here for a moment. Let's see if he can make something out of it, or Faceroll can even it up pretty easily here.
Oh, so good. That cape could have given him so much.
Yeah, I mean, I think it at least saved his life, and he could have capitalized.
Yeah. Yeah, cape is so good with Doc.
Yeah. The fair.
I'd just like to see him do more of that, because I think cape might be the answer. I'm not sure.
Yeah, a lot of times Faceroll's going to go out there if he's facing you with a nair or a fair, and if he's facing away with a back air. And in all of those situations, the hitbox is kind of in the direction that he's aiming, right? So if you get that cape, you can kind of push the hitbox away from yourself.
Yeah, all you have to do is kind of have the rough idea of when they're coming in, which you can kind of react to.
Yeah, the one tricky part to mention, though, is that if you do the cape too early before the hitbox starts, then he'll just do the other aerial even though he's like hitting the other way. So like if he was going for a bear and then you turn him around with cape before he puts the hitbox out, it'll just come out as a fair, and then you get hit anyway. So it's Yeah, I see what you mean. Had to think about that for a second. Yeah, it's a little bit of weird interaction, right? It's like if they put the hitbox out, but you get the cape before they hit you, that's really good. But if they get hit by the cape and then put the hitbox out, you're still in trouble. Yeah, exactly. And like the mix-up game is on both players' sides too for that situation, because as a Doc, you can delay your cape or whatever. And as the other player, you can delay your aerial. And again, these Sammy stalls look super, super devastating for Doc's recovery game. Oh shoot, that's a ledge though. Oh, dude doesn't matter. Was it? Nice needles. Okay, Franz, I really like that fair F tilt. It's a nice wall. Good read by Faceroll. Still think he has a chance, but that grab. Oh shoot. Okay, nice. He makes it back with that up B. That was really good drift back, and that gets him stuck, right? And he gets the cape. Yeah, that's what he needed. Yeah, that turnaround. That cape covered everything.
right?
Yeah, in both of the last 2 games against Squid, Franz was down 2 stocks to 1 and then got a cape to bring it back to even, and then won on the last
again?
step.
Oh,
So,
or just one, yeah.
Yeah, and then won the last stock, you know, in some way or another. So, yeah, but here comes the Sammy Salsa.
No.
There's just so little Franz can do.
Yeah, no, I mean,
That looks really tough, but the one thing I will say is it looked to me, and I don't think we ever saw Franz make this mix-up, but it looked to me that once Griffin started Sammy stalling, he was just doing it until Franz is dead. So I'm wondering if maybe Franz could have tried to up B a little bit sooner and go back to stage.